The deal's been done. The leaders of National Act and New Zealand First have inked a coalition agreement.
People in the right places.
What's been the latest hold-up to revealing those goals and places, including who'll be Christopher Luxon's 2IC? As Israel claims this tunnel is a Hamas hideout, the hostage for prisoner swap and ceasefires delayed. But details emerge.
Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. New Zealand, we have a deal, but you'll have to wait one more sleep to find out what your new government looks like.
Well, welcome to One News this evening. Late this afternoon, incoming Prime Minister Christopher Luxon announced the negotiations between the three coalition partners to form the next government are finally over. Parties were hoping to sign on the dotted line today, but yet again they faced delays. Political editor Jessica Mackay has been across the toing and froing. Jess, talk us through what's happened in the last couple of hours.
For the first time this afternoon, we got a joint statement from Christopher Luxon, David Seymour and Winston Peters saying the negotiations were done. They have agreed on those ministerial...
Here's political editor Jenna Lynch with the day's developments.
He did it.
I'm very pleased to announce that we're in a position where we've concluded our negotiations with the respective parties.
Christopher Luxon, the flick of a few pens away from becoming the 42nd Prime Minister of Aotearoa, New Zealand.
It's historic and it will be, we'll reveal more about it tomorrow, but it is important because without doubt, that's why we've spent so much time.
After 40 days and 40 nights, a deal's been done.
I'm very pleased to announce that we're in a position where we've concluded our negotiations with the respective parties. Those agreements are now before the parties for ratification, which we hope to have this evening.
But short on detail. Who will be your Deputy Prime Minister?
Again, all of that will be revealed tomorrow.
This announcement coming late in the day after the final piece of the coalition puzzle arrived in Wellington. Still not keen to talk about his fight to be Deputy Prime Minister.
You know, I'm not going to answer those questions.
Would you call?
It's totally wrong to answer those questions now.
As for the coalition negotiations,
A deal today? Can you promise? Well, New Zealanders must be hard for you to answer a deal this afternoon. Annoying. Has the deal gone to the board?
It is very annoying when people ask stupid questions.
and with that, Mr Peters was off to Parliament, announcing the talks were done and dusted. National MPs were briefed.
Was that about a deal being done?
Oh, that was just an update for our caucus, and obviously what we talk about at caucus stays at caucus.
Are we nearly there?
We're very, very close.
ACT leader David Seymour believes he deserves the Deputy PM role.
To Wellington.
Are you off to Wellington?
Take a wild guess.
Landing on the wrong side of the bed.
One more time, there's no interview going on here.
Refusing to update the country,
Do we have a deal today?
Excuse me.
barging through the airport,
Watch out.
his cutting tongue bitten as he entered the building.
Have we got a deal?
Until he emerged with a major development. Negotiations are over.
Mr clearly bemused at just how long it's taken Christopher Luxon to get here.
Well, they're making hard work of it, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, there seems to be a hold-up over our Deputy Prime Minister there. What are your thoughts there? I understand from Christopher Luxon it's a largely ceremonial role, so one of the previous occupants of that might disagree with that assessment.
Yeah, it seemed like quite hard work when I did it. And they seem to have reached a bit of a stalemate there over Winston Peters and David Seymour. Who do you think would be better placed for the role?
I think the country just wants them to get on with it, frankly.
He might have a point.
It's making all of them look stupid. But Winston has got a bit of power still.
Way too long. Way too long.
If it takes 3 weeks, if it takes 4 weeks, that's how long it takes. But the world keeps spinning, the country's going to keep operating. We're okay, we'll get through it.
I think it's a shamble.
The wait's nearly over, one more sleep to go until Christopher Luxon delivers his new government.
Everything indicated today was meant to be the day, Jess. What happened?
I understand behind the scenes that National were deeply frustrated not to be able to get this done today. That was the hope, that was the plan. They weren't able to get it across the line. Christopher Luxon has made a 100% guarantee. We will have a signing ceremony here at Parliament tomorrow, which is a very good big call to make.
The Black Friday deal is to be announced tomorrow.
All right, Jenna, the deal's done. What now?
Actually, they can expect to...
Over to the boards. I've just had it confirmed that both the National Party board and the ACT Party board have signed off on the deal. A New Zealand First board member has just told us they have, quote, pretty much signed it off. Once the board say yay, Christopher Luxon calls up the Governor-General and informs her that he can officially form a government. There will be a formal signing ceremony here at Parliament tomorrow morning, and that's when the cone of secrecy that has existed over these talks will evaporate. We get to see the deals. New Zealand gets to see what this government will do, which of the policies that each of these three parties campaigned on have survived the talks, how many ministers each party gets, and how they cross that final hurdle of Deputy Prime Minister, whether David Seymour's right to be happy, whether Winston Peters has shimmied in, or whether they've gone for that creative solution of Sharesies. In terms of how many spots everyone's got, I understand that is outlined in the deal, but not which positions that they have managed to get their hands on. So both ACT and New Zealand First are in the dark about what portfolios the other one has got, but they know all of the policies. Every single policy is outlined in these agreements. The plan at this stage is to be officially sworn in as a government on Monday, and from there, as the incoming Prime Minister put it, it is his job to get the show moving and get the country going forward.
Jenna, tēnā koe. A woman who is